everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact on Axs Tv, or Smash and Inside Farseer. I am Renee Young, here with Ashley Williams and with Aiden English. And today on Impact and Axs Tv, we're going to see the guessing day, Renee Young said. Well, that's right, Ashley Williams said. We're going to see the guessing day. Finn Balor, Aiden at Lancaster, Aleister Black, Dennis Rodman, Rhea Ripley, all of those creeps, bullies and heels. Well, Aiden English said, I like bullies, I like heels, I like creeps. And we're going to see them. Well, if they can all walk through the ring. Well, here they come now. Here comes Dennis Rodman, who's still got the NWO shirt on, Renee Young said, even though the NWO's been dead for years. And here comes Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley. We run everything here, Finn Balor says. We're the guessing day. And we take down your beloved wrestlers and we take their steads. Just like what we did to Hulk, what we did to Thor, what we did to King Kong, and what we did to Keith Lee. I mean, there ain't nothing that any of them are going to do. There ain't nothing any of them can do to stop us. And even if King Kong or Hulk or Thor or Keith Lee thought that they were going to stop us, well, they can guess again because they're not, Finn Balor goes. That's right, Aleister Black says. We already put down Thor, the Hulk, King Kong. We're going to put down Keith Lee. And then after that, it's all going to be ours. All be ours, Dennis Rodman says. And all we had to do was come together with one goal. And that was to run and lead the TWF. That was to take over the TWF. Well, Rhea Ripley said, you folks can say NWO and DX and the Nexus and the Ace and AIDS and the Retribution, whatever you want to call those teams. You can say, oh, they all did that first and they all failed at the end. Yeah, but the guessing day is not going to lose. Is that so? Keith Lee goes. Is that so? Dennis Rodman and Finn Balor and Aleister Black and Rhea Ripley. Is that right? That you're not gonna lose. So much of you out there, you think you got everything under run. Everything under lead, Keith Lee says. You truly believe that, but that's where you're wrong. Yeah. Fuck. That's where you're wrong, King Kong says. We got more folks willing to stand up to you. Yeah, and the way I look at it, Forrest says, you aren't the ones that are going to outbeat us. Because we didn't come alone, the Hulk says. We got one more on our team. Let's go. We didn't come alone. We got one more in our team that's going to help lead us. Hulk Hogan. Well, let me tell you something, brothers. I saw what you did to Thor, man. I saw what you did to Hulk and Keith Lee and King Kong. You all seem to think that you're going to take us out and take our steads. You think you're going to take Thor, the Hulk, King Kong, and Keith Lee's steads from them? Think again, dudes. That's right, Forrest says. Think again. Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Dennis Rodman, Rhea Ripley. You're not going to be taking anyone's steads. We are going to get that TWF Allegheny Earldom winnings off of you, Dennis Rodman, and back at King Kong. And the way we look at it is, you're not going to do so well. Well, today Finn Balor said is not going to be so much your lucky day. Because today, we want to take on that new team that we haven't beat yet. We already beat Thor and Hulk, but we haven't beat King Kong and Keith Lee. Finn Balor goes, that's right, Aleister Black says. And then once we put Keith Lee and King Kong down, Thor, you're going to run off. Hulk, you're going to run off. Hulk Hogan, why the fuck are you even here? To see that you get beat. Alright. So today we're going to have King Kong and Keith Lee fight, you know, Finn Balor and Aleister Black here today, with Thor and Hulk Hogan and the Hulk, you know, backing them up, I believe. You know? That's what at the end of the day, that's what I truly believe. You know? You know, at the end of the day. And now Dennis Rodman getting out of the ring. Rhea Ripley getting out of the ring. And now we're going to get that team match. You know? Going on. Renee Young says, let's not say anything bad about let's not say anything bad about this team. Renee Young says, we're gonna see if King Kong and Keith Lee can take out Finn Balor, you know, and Aleister Black. And somehow the Fight Lord fell down, Renee Young said. Ashley Williams says, I don't know why Finn Balor thinks he's going to do what he's going to do, but I don't think it's going to work. I mean, today, no, shift it out. Today, it's going to be, Keith Lee taking on, you know, Finn Balor. Oh, and Keith Lee is picking up the leader of the guessing day and just slammed down Finn Balor, the former two-time WWE Interland fighter, the two-time WWE NXT heavyweight fighter. Dennis Rodman, who is a TWF Allegheny Earldom fighter, along with Aleister Black, who in his right is a former WWE NXT heavyweight fighter too. Well, Rhea Ripley is a former WWE NXT UK women's heavyweight fighter, a former WWE NXT women's heavyweight fighter, former WWE Raw women's heavyweight fighter too, Aiden English says. That's right, almost everyone in this ring is a former fighter of some kind, Ashley Williams says. And right now, Keith Lee getting ready, getting ready to beat Finn Balor. Oh, Aleister Black struck Keith Lee. Keith Lee just knocked down Aleister Black. Oh! And while that's going on, that's going on, Hulk Hogan coming over. Hulk Hogan just came over and booted down Aleister Black. Dennis Rodman just knocked down Hulk Hogan. And now Thor just struck down Dennis Rodman. And Rhea Ripley, just took down Thor. And now the Hulk's coming over to come after Rhea Ripley, and the Hulk just ran right into the ring steeple. So once again, here comes King Kong now. King Kong's coming over now. Is King Kong come over? King Kong coming over. Finn Balor just knocked King Kong right down. King Kong's out of the ring. And while that was all going on, Finn Balor just struck Keith Lee. 1, 2, 3. ding ding ding. Here is your winner, the guessing day, Finn Balor. Finn Balor. Fuck. And everyone's been taken out. Hulk Hogan, the Hulk, Thor, King Kong, Keith Lee, they all been taken out here. Uh-oh. Now they're all getting in the ring now. Now they're all becoming weaklings now. Half of them can't even stand up in the ring. The Fight Lord has to do something to stop them. Oh, Aleister Black just kneed down Keith Lee. Finn Balor just did his hole to Keith Lee. Dennis Rodman doing the dirty thing, Renee Young says. They're nothing more than weaklings, Ashley Williams said. Like the NWO, like DX, like the Nexus, like the Ace and Aids, like Retribution. Oh, and Rhea Ripley just took down Keith Lee. And after all that hard work that Hulk Hogan and the Hulk and Thor and King Kong and Keith Lee put to hopefully have the answer to beat the guessing day, and sadly, it didn't work. But sadly, Renee Young says it did not work, sadly. No, it did not, Ashley Williams said. Sadly, it did not work. Somehow, someway, Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Dennis Rodman, and Rhea Ripley somehow got past, beat Hulk Hogan, the Hulk, Thor, King Kong, and Keith Lee. I can't believe I'm saying it, but hell, but that's what I saw. Yeah, that's what you saw, Aiden English says. And was it so cool to watch the Hulk, Thor, Hulk Hogan, Keith Lee, and King Kong take a beating? Well, we're going to take away to Jim Ross now, Renee Young said. Alright, Renee Young, I'm going to talk with the guessing day, Finn Balor, Aleister Black, Dennis Rodman, and Rhea Ripley. Alright, Finn Balor, tell me, what made you want to start this guessing day? First off, Jim Ross, I don't have to answer any of your askings, even if you're one of the greatest play-by-play callers in all skilled wrestling, even if you've been wearing that cowboy hat for years. Let me tell you something. I started guessing day the same way the NWO or DX got started, the same way the Nexus and the Ace and Aids got started, the same way Retribution got started, whatever the English word for that uprising. To take over the TWF, to overthrow the old wrestlers and take their steads. And don't you start the new blood or the new breed, because they seeked and they lost too. And we're none of those teams. Yeah, you might want to throw around other names like the New Blood or the New Breed. But at the end of the day, we're neither of them. We're not the NWO, we're not DX, we're not the Nexus, we're not the Ace and Aids, we're not the Uprising, but we are taking over just like they did. But I don't like all those teams, we will not fail, Aleister Black goes. And let you know, Jim Ross, you never were, when I came back to the TWF, this would have been when I came back to the TWF back about 23rd between YL, you never ever gave me on look the first time I was in the TWF. But hey, look at me now, former two-time TWF heavyweight fighter, former TWF Interland fighter, and now the TWF Allegheny Earldom fighter. Let me tell you something, Rhea Ripley says. The way I look at it, the guessing day is going to do what all those teams they just talked about could not do. You saw what we did to Hulk and Hulk Hogan and Thor and Keith Lee and King Kong. That's only the beginning, Jim Ross. Well, the guessing day, being bullies, hill, and creeps, say they're going to take over the TWF. Back to you, Renee Young. Well, thank you, Jim Ross. for talking with the Guessing Day here today on Impact on Axs TV. And it is all the time we got here for Impact on Axs TV. I am Renee Young for Ashley Williams and Aiden English. We hope you like Impact on Axs TV or Smashing Inside Farseer, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.